Hello everyone, myself Pavitra Akki, studying in B.Ed first year in KLE Society's College of Education, Vidyanagar, Hubballi. Today I am doing the seminar on resource centers and services in educational technology. In that I am mainly stressing on the topic Gyanadarshan. In this topic I am going to discuss you all people about introduction about the Gyanadarshan and history and broadcasting, types of Gyanadarshan, objectives of Gyanadarshan, advantages of Gyanadarshan and role of Gyanadarshan. First, we will learn about introduction about the Gyanadarshan. Gyanadarshan is a set of educational television channels that release programs from various Doordarshan Kendras using satellite transmission in different languages. It means that Gyanadarshan is one of the educational television channel that is going to be release programs from various different Doordarshan Kendras by taking the use of the satellite transmission in different languages. Those languages are Kannada, English, Hindi and several different languages are going to be used in this television channel. Then the Gyanadarshan channel is a major milestone in the field of educational television in India. It was launched in the year 2000. This point says about the Gyanadarshan channel is one of the biggest major milestone in the field of educational television in our country, India. Then it was launched in the year of 2000. It is a 24 hours educational channel which offers the best educational programs covering a variety of subjects and catering to a wide range of viewers. It means that this Gyanadarshan program is one of the 24 hours educational television channel which is going to offering the students about the best educational programs covering the variety of subjects. Those subjects are like mathematics, science, Kannada, English, Hindi and several different language subjects are going to be taught in this channel or program. These subjects are going to be explained by the resource persons or the expert teachers in this program. By giving the information through this, the several different state or different place peoples can able to place peoples like students are able to get the information from the channels so that it is catering to wide range of the viewers. This Gyanadarshan is a joint venture of Ministry of Human Resources and Development. It is shortly called as MHRD. Then Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. It is shortly called as I&B Ministry. Prasara Bharati and IGNOU. IGNOU full form is Indira Gandhi National Open University. This IGNOU is serving as a nodal agency. As I told you before only, this Gyanadarshan was launched in the year of 2000 and it is one of the 24 hours educational channel. Then it is these include means this is catering to the wide range of the viewers. Those viewers are like these include preschool, primary, secondary and higher secondary students and college or university students, youths who are seeking the career opportunity in their life, and the homemakers and working professionals also can able to see this program. The software is pulled from various educational institutions and development organizations. This Gyanadarshan conducts 2 hours of live interactive sessions every day to build interactivity in the open and distance learning system. It means that this Gyanadarshan program is conducting the 2 hours of the live interactive program in the Chandan channel, and these sessions are going to be built the interactivity in the open and distance learning system. It's shortly called as ODL system. The teachers or resource persons and IGNOU regional center functionaries interact for academic and administrative matters with the students. Then induction programs for new students and convocations for graduating students are also conducted live through teleconferencing every year. It means that the induction programs are going to be given to the new students who are going to be watched or there in that Gyanadarshan program. Then the convocation are going to be given to the graduating students who are finished the course and watched the program or anything. They are going to be getting the convocation certificate, are also conducted the live through teleconferencing in all through the online mode. They are getting the graduation through the teleconferencing every year. Then coming to the history of the Gyanadarshan. The Gyanadarshan was launched by the Ministry of Human Resource and Development, Information and Broadcasting, the Prasara Bharati and IGNOU. Jointly on 26 January 2000, IGNOU was given the responsibility to be the nodal agency for uplinking or transmission. This history is going to tell about that this Gyanadarshan is launched by the Ministry of Human Resources and Development, Information and Broadcasting, the Prasar Bharati and IGNOU. These four are jointly and make this channel Gyanadarshan or program on 26 January 2000. This particularly IGNOU was given the responsibility to be the nodal agency. The only which become the nodal agency is IGNOU for uplinking and transmission. Then coming to the broadcasting, it is initially launched on 26 January 2000 as a solitary 24/7 hour satellite channel under the banner of Doordarshan, which provided a transponder on INSAT-2B satellite, which is free of cost. The Gyanadarshan was shut down by ISRO to facilitate its migration from INSAT 3C to GSAT 10. It means that it was it was initially launched on 26 January 2000 as one of the solitary 24 hours into 7 days our satellite channel under the banner of Doordarshan, and is going to be provided as a transponder on INSAT-2B satellite, which is free of cost without any money. This Gyanadarshan was shut down by the ISRO to facilitate its migration from INSAT 3C to GSAT 10. The Gyanadarshan ran successfully till 2nd June 2014 as a must-carry channel for educational programs. The Gyanadarshan shut down by ISRO, then it is going to be need to apply the fresh license from the IGNOU. So that the IGNOU now needs to apply for a fresh license to start the uplinking of its channel for GSAT 10 satellite. Memorandum of Understanding was today signed between Doordarshan and IGNOU regarding the transmission of 4 Gyanadarshan educational channels. Then coming to the types of the Gyanadarshan channels, the Gyanadarshan channels are divided into 5 different channels. Those are Gyanadarshan 1, Gyanadarshan 2, Gyanadarshan 3 and Gyanadarshan 4 and 5. Before we have to learn about the Gyanadarshan 1. The Gyanadarshan 1 beams round the clock programs acquired from UGC, NCERT, CIET, SIRT, IGNOU. It is a state-owned television channel telecasting from Doordarshan Kendra, IGNOU. The Gyanadarshan 1 is a beams around the clock program acquired from UGC, NCERT, CIET, SIRT and IGNOU. The DD Gyanadarshan is a state-owned television channel telecasting from the Doordarshan Kendra, IGNOU. It is an educational media initiative of Information and Broadcasting, Prasara Bharati and ISRO, with ISRO as a nodal agency. Then coming to the Gyanadarshan 2, Ganadarshan 2 is a one way of video and two way of audio satellite interactive system. This Ganadarshan 2 is one of the video as well as the audio telecasting system through the satellite connection. So through this Ganadarshan 2 we can able to see the program with the help of video as well as audio system, and in an exclusive educational satellite to provide interactive education using DVB bar RCS technology. This DVB-RCS technology means digital video broadcasting return channel via satellite. Then coming to the next point is it offers distance education through virtual classroom mode and provides access to digital repository of educational content hosted at IGNOU. Then it is a specification for an interactive on demand on multimedia satellite communication system. Then coming to the next slide, the Ganadarshan 3. The Ganadarshan 3 is also known as Ekalavya. Then it offers programs for occasional and technical education. Then coming to the fourth one, this Ganadarshan 4 is also known as Vyas. It serves to higher education section or sector, because this Ganadarshan 4 is only for the students who are getting the higher education or in the higher sector. Then coming to the Ganadarshan 5. Ganadarshan 5 is planned to be launched soon. The channel will be dedicated exclusively to the program on science, technology and sustainable development. Then coming to the objectives of the Ganadarshan. Ganadarshan is going to be in the production of educational television programs, production of syllabus based video lectures with multimedia inputs, production of educational television programs like by providing the educational programs in the channels through the television. Then production of syllabus based video lectures with multimedia inputs like by the teachers who are specialized with a particular subject, they are going to give the lecture through this program and giving the information to the students who are seeking the who are in the need of the information. The development of e-content programs with multimedia inputs. They are going to be developed the e-content programs with the multimedia inputs. Development of learning object repository. Then virtual classroom operations through EduSat network. Then they are going to conduct research to improve the quality of the program. Through the research they are going to improving the quality of the program. Organize training programs for teachers in e-content development. This point says that by giving the training program, the teachers are going to be develop their mind in the e-content development, to involve learners in the process of e-content creation. By taking the training through for developing their e-content, and they are going to be giving the lectures or they are going to give the information to the students. By taking that training, they are going to involve the learners in the process of e-content creations to make learning literature more exciting. Then they are going to make the students or the viewers giving the by giving the more information, they are going to give the learning to literature more exciting, to equip learners with skills vital for their future. Then coming to the advantages of the Ganadarshan. This Ganadarshan television can bring the whole world into the classroom and make the past alive. Means this program is going to be conducted in the channel like Chandan TV, and by seeing the television the students can able to watch the channel or the program, so that it tells that the television can bring the whole world into the classroom and make the past alive, like which we have learned before. That is going to be we can learn in the present in program also. Television combines both sound and pictures, moving and still, gets the attention of viewers and has great motivation power. Through this television, it is going to combining the both sound as well as the picture, or they are going to be moving or the still the pictures. By this technique, they are getting the attention of the viewers and has great motivation power. It is a mass medium and can reach vast number of viewers simultaneously and at distant places. It can bring distant places, objects, people, events and process to the classroom. Then coming to the next slide, it can magnify even small objects which can be seen by the several students at a time, and it can also show events in slow and fast motions. Then coming to the next point, live and dramatized situations presented through television can be used to educate the viewers. Means the live programs or the drama like programs are going to be conducted like that. The dramatized situation presented through the television program, they can be used to educate the viewers. By giving the information, the viewers can able to get the information and they can know about how the life is going on and how we have to be in this world. Like that, they are getting the education. Equipments and the materials not generally available in school laboratories can be shown in the television. Some of the schools does not contains the equipments which we are using in our science projects and science practicals. These television channels are going to give the information regarding those general availability of laboratories in our programs. Like equipments and the materials which are not available in the school laboratories can be shown on the television channel. In teaching foreign languages, the native speaker can be brought into the classroom for ideal demonstration of speech. It means that when teachers are teaching the foreign language, the other students can't able to know about that foreign language, so that one of the native speaker are going to be brought into the classroom for ideal demonstration of speech, and he is going to grasp that foreign language and translate that into our native language, so that we can able to know about the subject by our native language. TV can also cut down the cost of education to some extent if more and more people are allowed to have access to television channel. Then coming to the role of the Gyanadarshan in education. Gyanadarshan is available on website, thus extending the reach of IGNOU programs to audience world over. The Gyanadarshan telecast is also beneficial for students of formal education system, and the viewers can access Gyanadarshan on IGNOU's website. Students of the formal education system and the viewers can access Gyanadarshan on IGNOU's website, which I have mentioned. As Gyanadarshan channel is must carry channel as per the Government of India Gazette notification. A number of private DTH or cable operators carries Gyanadarshan in their buckets. The Gyanadarshan is now a part of Swayam Prabha and can be watched on the MHRD channel number 25. The Gyanadarshan is it is going to be watched, or it is now a part of the Swayam Prabha and can be watched on the MHRD channel number 25. In March 2000, when FM frequency licenses were obtained, the Ministry of Human Resources and Development MHRD had been given a frequency for educational broadcasting in each of the 40 cities. The ministry handed the task to IGNOU, as it is already have some experiences telecasting education on Gyanadarshan. Gyanadarshan is one of the set of educational television channels that release programs from various different Doordarshan Kendras by using the satellite transmission in different languages. The Gyanadarshan and Gyanavani is a system that present learning content in order to achieve the objectives of the study. Then coming to the some of the TV channels, these are the some of the DTH or cable TV networks, and these are the TV channel numbers. Then the Gyanadarshan website is I mentioned below that. Then coming to the conclusion, I'll conclude my today's topic by giving the conclusion. The Gyanadarshan has not only made its presence felt in all open universities and most of the prominent conventional universities and schools, but has the potential to reach to the doorsteps of learners through the cable TV. By seeing the TV programs, we can able to get the information from for all the subjects, so that they tell that, but also has the potential to reach the doorsteps of learners through cable TV network. The Gyanadarshan is transmitted using satellite technology. This signifies the application of space technology in the field of education. This point tells that how the space technology is going to be included in our education system, so that the Gyanadarshan is transmitted by the satellite technology. Through that we can able to see the program in the television. This signifies the application of the space technology in the field of the education, so that the technology is very important in our life. Like that, it is also have the some of the disadvantages, but it does not have only the disadvantages, but it also have the advantages in our day-to-day life. Then the Gyanadarshan is a mass medium and can reach vast number of viewers simultaneously and at distant places. The Indian DD Gyanadarshan, exclusive educational television channel of India, started by IGNOU and Prasara Bharati in the year of 2000. It relays programs from various Doordarshan Kendras. The Education Media Research and Centers EMRC and Audio Visual Research Centers at different places produce programs for university students. Then I am going to end up my seminar or the information by telling this thought. The technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. It means that technology is not going to replace the great teachers in mind or their knowledge, but the technology in the hands of the great teachers can be transformational. Means by the teachers or the resource persons, this technology is going to be transformable by their hands of great teachers. It is told by the George Couros. Then thank you to everyone. Thank you to Dr. Lakshmi Bai Jadhav ma'am for guiding me, and thank you to our beloved principal L.C. Mullali sir, and thank you to all my teaching and non-teaching staff of Kelly College of Education, Vidyanagar, Hubballi, and thank you to all my friends and family. Thank you everyone.